Well, this is the same thing with magic, and it's the same thing with a lot of things in your life that you wouldn't realize, okay? There's a reason in your mind you think you have free will. Yes, God gave us free will to choose and do those things, but they've taken that and they've manipulated it. They've given you the illusion of options, but they're all the same thing. Kraft Mac versus Stouffer's Mac. Soap bar A versus soap bar B, right? Are you going to buy Head & Shoulders or are you going to buy Selsun Blue? Are you going to buy Pepsi? You're going to buy Coke. It's the same thing, the same chemicals, the same mindset. It's all the same, but it's the illusion. So that your brain is thinking that you're making these free choices. Your brain is thinking you're electing your leaders because you've been convinced of this through the conditioning and the repetition and the mind control. When in reality, this is a controlled society. That's what this is. They control it. They give you these illusions, but they use repetition to start molding you into accepting the things they want you to accept. And that's why magic is constantly used and looked at as a good thing, when biblically we know that God condemned those who did magic. He warned of people using magic and witchcraft and sorcery and talked about how bad it was. Young kids who go into Satanism and the occult and eventually leave talk about how they got into it from games like Dungeons and Dragons, how those were things that brought them into wanting to learn more about magic and seeking out Satanist groups or covens. This is how it works. And that's why this needs to be stopped. People need to become aware of it. You think all these movies are about magic because it's, you hear about these guys. Oh, wow, he works for Disney. Oh, well, he must be so great and so wonderful. Oh, he's a musician. Oh, and he's got a song magic and 50 other people have a song magic. How creative. You've been trained to think that these people are creative, that they're smarter than us, that they're better than us, that oh man, I wish I could strive to be that and work at Disney and write music and do all. That's all part of the mind control. Don't you see it's all the same thing? All the same symbols we see in the same videos. All the songs are titled the same thing. All the movies are about the same thing. If it's not about a fake, the alien attack because they want to condition you to think aliens are real. What else do we see? We see demonic possession. This is stuff that is so easy to see. Then we see romantic movies about a couple. What always happens? A couple breaks up because they always are upgrading for somebody else, right? Oh, me and my boyfriend or so-and-so, or oh, I want to date I'm the ugly girl. I'm just trying to date the good-looking guy. This is what I got to do to look better. All this stuff is conditioning and mind control. And I want to make it clear to everybody listening. There's tons of channels that have great content. My goal with this channel is to go after Satanism, Satanists, the occult, witches. Cast them out. I want to reverse what's happened here. I want to run them back into the woods. I want to run them back up the trees. I don't want to see them around my family. I don't want to see them around your family. I don't want to see them walking down the streets. They belong in the woods. They belong caged in the woods. These people are evil and they're demonic, and they've conditioned people into thinking witches and Satanists are good, and that we all should be accepting of one another and loving of one another. While these people are putting spells on, using black magic. What is the core of black magic? Aleister Crowley. Their hero. This is who they worship. To get the best spell, one must use a human blood sacrifice to have the most power on their spell, preferably of a young child, a young boy. They molest these kids. They kill these kids. They believe they gain the power from the child and it goes into their body. That's what these people believe in. So I don't want to hear any sympathy for these people. I'm talking about running them back where they belong. Get them out of the mainstream, get back in the woods, get them caged. Where our forefathers were doing to witches and Satanists was the right thing to do. They realized that it had gone on too long. They said, what are we going to do? We're going to keep doing this and we're going to keep getting run out of towns. We're going to keep getting hung. We're going to keep getting killed. We got to figure something out. And they did. Here comes the industrial age. Here comes the television. Here comes, the invasion of the Freemason lodges and all these secret societies who follow and worship Satan. And they gain control of politics, of corporations, of music, of the movie industry, of everything. And all these people in these positions are all involved in it. And they are indoctrinating everyone out there into not just accepting the Antichrist, not just thinking magic is good so that they can perform spells out in the open, which they will be doing, which they already do, because most of these music videos are spells. But they also want to turn people into Satanists, turn them into one of them. And then the rest of us they want to cast out. Well, not on my watch. I want to make that perfectly clear. Satanists Witches, you guys are the scum of the earth. And I know a bunch of you follow my channel and troll it. And then you do videos for views and you go, oh, look at this crazy Christian. This is what's wrong with Christians because they're yelling and they're being hateful towards us witches. You're a bunch of losers. That's what you are. Walking around in your little bathrobes that you got at Bed Bath & Beyond, your little cloaks, thinking that, oh, we're not bad people. We're good people because we're tolerant of everyone and everything. Oh, except, of course, of Christians and Jesus Christ. But we won't mention that. We accept it all. But you Christians are hateful because you won't let us do our black magic. Oh, we don't follow Crawley. Oh, we don't follow that stuff. We're atheists anyway. We don't really, no one's buying it. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not buying it for 1 second. And I'm not going to stop the fight because I am here to be Satanists, witches, all of them. I'm here to be your reckoning. You think you might have pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, but you didn't pull it over mine. You didn't pull it over mine, boys. And I'll be here for a long time. Over my dead body, will you get me to stop using my voice and free speech? Over my dead body, are you gonna ever get me to go, you know what? Let them do what they want. Absolutely not. I will do everything in my power to keep waking people up and showing them the truth and showing them it all starts with mind control. It starts with repetition. It's an indoctrination. That's what they're doing to us all. And these Satanists and these witches control the media. And it's a fact. And people will listen to this, some will laugh. They'll go, look at this crazy, hysterical Christian guy. Well, it's not my problem that those people can't think. It's not my problem that they're so dumbed down that they don't get it and they can't see how obvious it is. These video clips I showed, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's thousands of more clips. There's thousands of more songs about magic. Santana, Black Magic Woman. Justin Timberlake, Magic the Album. Bruce Springsteen, Magic the Album. How original. Every little thing she does is magic. By Sting and the Police. The list goes on. Movie after movie. Not on my watch. And I hope the Christians who listen to this channel will stand up, share this video, show people that this is how the mind control works. This is what they do. Let Christians out there who have become lukewarm in their faith see these Bible quotes that talk about how magic and sorcery and speaking to the dead and all this crap going to mediums is all satanic. And don't you see it all over the TV? Oh, the Long Island medium. Oh, we've got a psychic who speaks to cats. I'm talking to your dead cat right now. And they go, oh, what's he say? I mean, give me a break. Satanists, like I said before, I ain't going nowhere. I'm your reckoning. And you better get used to it.